But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting rest of the year. And it all starts, like we said earlier, with October. This is a big month with things actually happening on the blockchain. So we have Liquid Loans announcing they will be launching this month. Mintra, I believe, is also launching this month. Earlier, we had a question in the chat about the Fetch Oracle that Liquid Loans is bringing along with them, which I think is so. Basically, what an Oracle is like what Chainlink is for the rest of crypto. It provides data based on any kind of thing you want. It's way too much nerd speak that would go over my and most people's heads, but I mean, they basically provide data. You have to actually buy the Chainlink token to get said data, whatever you may need. So the Fetch Oracle from Liquid Loans is kind of their version of that, which is going to be big. I mean, this is why I think, regardless of the PH products are all awesome, of course, and they're trading platforms and things like that. But I think this Oracle as part of the Liquid Loans launch is going to be huge. Do you think, Ewok, that all these things coalescing at the same time? I mean, they're all coming out in October. It seems like it was kind of a planned attack to a degree with some of these, almost like a gentleman's agreement, like everybody just waiting to launch at the same time. That narrative of, are they going to wait and see what's happening with the SEC or the thing in November, seems to be out the window, assuming the launch actually does occur this month, which I think it will. How bullish do you think this is, and where do you think these products launching could take it? Because it certainly could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, but it's bullish that things are still being built. And this is why just looking at price solely isn't really worth it if you want to buy this ecosystem right now. We have to look at like, hey, people are building like awesome stuff on here right now.
So I think just Liquid Loans alone, that's all we really have to talk about as far as being bullish. It gives people the opportunity to take a loan out against their stuff and get real value rather than selling it on the market. So there's nothing but bullish about that whole thing, unless they get liquidated. And then not exactly sure how that whole process works once a loan gets liquidated. But there's still, people don't have to sell. They can extract value. It keeps the market in the right direction, at least. I don't think they were waiting for any particular time with the SEC. I think they were really just trying to make sure that this software is right. You're going to have a lot of people using it, a lot of money going into it. And the last thing you want is for something that is immutable code to have bugs in it, especially when you're talking about that much money invested and that many people using the platform. If something goes wrong with it, it would be a dagger, you know what I mean? And I don't know that they could come back from it. So, as much as we like to say, well, they've been testing it, they're waiting for the news, they're waiting for the market to bottom. I really just think that they're honestly making sure that all the audits go through, all the testnet stuff is working. They're trying to run every scenario through it just to make sure. But how can it not be bullish, right? I mean, it just gives people that option to pull value without selling. And then if it goes up, to pay that loan back at such a lower level is incredible. I don't see how that alone can't spark a really nice run up, because again, with no selling pressure and only buying, we know what makes the price go up. That's more people buying than selling. And if they're not selling and they're borrowing, it's a perfect recipe for a nice little catapult here into the end of the year.
I think so too. And the problem with this market of the many, with the investors in it, including even you and I, Ewok, is that we are here every day pouring over it. It's the most interesting market like in the history of the world. So why not the biggest returns? But the thing is, crypto has always had that dichotomy of like things move so fast. There's crazy volatility. There's crazy return and everything. but it actually leads people to being impatient. And you would think, why is that? You know, if you could attain what you in crypto in 2 years, if you kind of time things correctly, you could attain more wealth than you could have almost your entire like life in the stock market. So, you know, it's like, well, why the hell can't people be patient if that's all it takes? Well, it's because of that volatility, because when you're down, like we all are right now, you're like really down from where you may have been before, you know, unless you know, really play in the bull market. But, you know, it just goes to show, like, we're all getting impatient because we're here every single day. These things like this, Mintra launching, Liquid Loans launching, the Fetch Oracle, all these amazing PH products so far, everybody in the face of the garbage from the SEC still building on this chain that we believe is the best opportunity in crypto. I mean, you know, we're not hedging our bets anywhere else. Yeah, will other things go up more than Pulse? Of course, we don't know what they are, and it's likely nothing that you want to be buying, and it could be in a very short window, you know. So we just have to remember, like, these behaviors are good. The things we're seeing built are good. And, you know, we just have to keep having faith and just wait for the calendar. Like, if that Arthur Hayes thing, and I'm probably going to listen to that Arthur Hayes interview like 3 times just to keep me bullish, I guess, over the next couple of years. But, you know, if something to that effect, even the 150K target, you know, and just all the money printing, you know, ending in early 2026, if all that comes to pass, there's not a person, I think, involved in this ecosystem, as long as they do the right things and be patient, that isn't going to do well. You know,
and think about this too. There's going to be people using Liquid Loans to borrow money to buy more Pulse. So they're going to put Pulse up as collateral, you know, leverage it out, but use the money, use the USDL, which is the, you know, that's another good thing too. It'll be our second stable coin on PulseChain. I think there will be another one.
It might be third.
After that. Well, it might be third, depending on when the other one comes. There's a third one. I can't remember the name off.
Okay, I was making a different joke, but anyway.
But either way, you know, the more stable coins, native stable coins to PulseChain, the better. But a lot of people are going to extract value to buy more Pulse, which is a double whammy, you know, as far as price increase goes. So, yeah, so very bullish. I'm just, you know, it's amazing to see the community now just coming to life, and all of these things that have been launching or already launched, and it just, they kind of all build off of each other. So bullish. I'm just so excited. And as long as you have a good time horizon, you know, we're all going to be fantastic, whether you buy now or catch a dip or whenever. As long as your time horizon is the long one, we're in good shape.
Yeah, for sure. I'm super excited. It's going to be a great day when these things launch this month. So just keep looking out for that. Don't get too obsessed with the charts, and let's just worry about the next 2 to 3 years, you know, to see where things are headed here.